25th of October, Rabbi Moore, Parsha Hashavua with Rashi, Lech Lecha.
Okay, Lou, how are you?
Baruch Hashem, Rabbi, how are you?
1 second. Sorry, got to turn my speaker on. Yes.
How are you doing?
Okay.
You hear me?
Baruch Hashem. So yesterday and the day before, Mayor held the fort.
Yep, I've been sick, and I've had doctor's appointments and things. Yesterday, I had a hearing test. Thank God it went well. My hearing is not degenerated too much, but I'm going to be getting a new hearing aid. It's Hashem. And I forget what I did the day before. I think maybe I was just feeling really sick, and I just went to sleep.
Okay. Fine, let's go. So we got up to we're up to Pasuk Ches.
Pasuk Ches.
Ches,
Okay.
Pasuk 8.
Let's see. Yes. Okay, let's see. Where is that? Yes. 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 Okay, so it's Vayat take Misham Ha-hara Mikedem Leves Kale Vayet Ahalo Base Vayet Ahalo,
Right, yeah.
Base Kale Miyam Viha I Mikedem Vayiven Sham Mizbeach LaShem Vayikra B'Shem Hashem. Okay, so
By the way, you pronounce the word, this name, as Beis Kale. We're going to see at the beginning of Parshas Vayetze, because that's where Yaakov Avinu laid down on his way out from Eretz Yisrael to Aram, went to the house of Lavan.
right.
It says he stopped at Beis El or Beis Kale. There's a machlokes there where it was and whether it's referring to the Mokum HaMikdash, and if that's the case, you definitely have to say Beis Kale is referring to Hashem, or Beis El that's the name of the place.
I see.
Okay.
Okay, so the translation is Vayatek Misham, and he relocated from there to the mountain from the east, of base scale, whatever, and he pitched his tent.
At this point, when it was in the mountains to the east of Beis El.
And I.
No, 1 second. To the east of Beis El, because Mikedem, Vayatek Misham Ahara, Mikedem leBeis El, Vayet Ahara. He, and as Rashi is going to point out, he transferred his tent, he moved his tent from there, where he'd been before, which was in the Makom Shechem, the site of Shechem. He moved it towards the mountain, Hahara, and where did he say? Mikedem leBeis El, to the east of Beis El, Vayet Oloi, and he pitched his tent there. So the end result was, and this is what Rashi is going to point out, that once he'd set up his tent there, so Beis El Miyom, Beis El was to the west, Va'ai Mikedem, and I was to the east.
Right.
Okay?
And he built an altar to Hashem, and he called upon Hashem by name.
Right, he called out to Hashem by name. Okay.
So from there he relocated Ahalo, his tent.
No, so we mentioned this actually. We already did this first Rashi yesterday. Vayatek misham, the way you relocate it is translating it as an intransitive verb. But Rashi is pointing out the word vayatek is really transitive. So it means he moved something from there. So Rashi throws in the word to explain it. Vayatek misham ahaloi. He moved his tent from there.
What's Ahara mean?
Hahara means towards the mountain, to the mountains. Means he moved his tent from Shechem to the mountain area, towards the mountains.
I see. So he moved from there, his tent, to the mountain. Mikedem leVeis Kale, from the east to Beis Kale.
To the east. In other words, he set up. He moved his tent towards the mountain, which was to the east of Beis El.
Oh, b'mizracha shel Beis Kale, to the east of Beis Kale.
Right. Now she's just said, telling you the word mikedem doesn't mean was before, as sometimes kedem can mean before. It means mikedem means to the east of.
Ah, I see.
That's what Rashi pointed out. Okay.
It says, it is thus found, Beis Kale b'ma'aravo hu, that Beis Kale is to the west. Shne'emar, as it says, Beis Kale miyam.
What's basically Rashi's saying is that the second part, this continuation of the pasuk, Beis El Miyom, V'ai Mikedem, is an explanation of the previous part of the pasuk.
But miyam means west?
Yeah.
Okay. Ahalo, his tent. Ahala kisiv. It is written, her tent. Bitechila nata. First he pitched es ohel ishto, the tent of his wife, va'achar kach es shalo, and afterwards his own tent.
Right.
Vayiven Sham Mizbeach, and he built there an altar. Nis Nabe, he prophesied, She Sidin Banav, Lehi Kashel Sham, that his children are destined to stumble there. Al Aven Achan.
Al Ovain Ochon, an account of the sin of Ochon.
The sin of Achan.
Ochon lived at the time of Yehoshua, when they were conquering Eretz Yisrael, and he took from the spoil of Yericho. And as a result of that, he took from the spoil, when, even though Yehoshua had made everybody swear that they would not take, he nevertheless took. And as a result of that, when the Jewish people tried to conquer Ai, the city of Ai, they, even though it was seemed like a walkover, shall we say, or something, not a major conquest, right? They in the initial battle they were they were unsuccessful, and only that, a number of the Jewish soldiers died, were killed, which is very generally when in the all Yeshua's battles to conquer Eretz Yisrael, the number of Baruch Hashem, the number of casualties among the Jewish soldiers was minimal.
Right.
But
So
nevertheless, because Achan took from the spoil, that resulted in that 36 Jewish soldiers were killed in the battle for Ai. Anyway, so since he's now over here near Ai, this is where Vayiven Shom Mizbeach Lashem, because since now they were in the proximity of Ai, and this was where the effect of Achan's sin appeared, that's why it came up. So therefore, that's why Avram Avinu davened there that Kosh Baruch Hu should protect Klal Yisrael despite the sin of Achan. Yeah.
okay, but his prayer didn't accomplish anything.
Oh, so I was going to say, who said? Maybe if Avram Avinu hadn't davened, there would be many more casualties.
Was prayer reduced the number of casualties? Maybe.
Right.
Okay. All right, that's it for verse 8.
Yes, right. Okay, Meir, Pasuk 9.
Okay, it says, Vayisa Avram haloch v'nasoa hanegba. So Avram journeyed on and traveled south.
Yeah, so he traveled, continuously traveling towards the south.
Oh, continually. Okay.
Haloch v'nasoa, that's where you, in Hebrew, that's where you say a continuous, ongoing action is expressed in such a way.
Oh, okay. Ongoing.
Haloch v'nasoa. 1 second. From journeyed, traveling steadily southwards. Okay.
I'm very fond of the Negev.
So you're very fond of the Negev?
Yes, my first trip to Eretz Yisrael, I spent 2 months in the Negev, half hour south of Beersheba.
Wow.
How hot was it then?
Oh, it reached probably over 100. And we were on a kibbutz that I'm just trying to think. I know we picked pomegranates, rimonim, but I forget what else we did. I worked with someone who helped in construction. So because I was big and strong, so I could lift things up for him. So we could do
They
construction.
made good use of you.
Yes, they made very good use of me, and I was very happy about it.
Okay, good.
Okay, Rashi, haloch b'naseya,
Nasoa.
nasoa,
Nasoa.
continue traveling. Okay, liprakim. Oh, is that in sections? A parak
Yeah, in
is like a
stages.
chapter.
As in stages.
Stages. Okay, good. Yoshev Khan, he would live there. Chodesh o yoter, a month or more. V'nosea misham, and then go on, travel from there. Let's see. V'noteh ohalo b'makom acher. So he would set up his tent in another place. V'chol masa'av hanegba, and all his journeys south to the south.
All his journeys were towards the south.
Towards the south. Okay. Lechet l'droma shel Eretz Yisrael. And he would go to the south of the land of Israel.
All his journeys continue. He would travel. He traveled in stages, but all his all his travelings were towards the south. So he went, first one stage and then southwards, and then the next stage further southwards, and then the next stage even further southwards. Okay?
Yeah, I'm just looking at the word ladroma, because it has I guess it's towards. Okay, yeah.
Towards the south.
Okay, I see, because it has that dot in the hay. Okay. The he litzad Yerushalayim. It was towards the side of Yerushalayim, Jerusalem.
Towards Yerushalayim.
Okay.
Meaning,
Shehi bechelko shel Yehuda, which it's portion of Yehuda. She natlo bidroma shel Eretz Yisrael. Okay, they took, I guess, in the south of the land of Israel. Oh, Har HaMoriah, Mount Moriah, Shehi Nachalato, which was his inheritance. That's interesting.
okay.
Weren't there two mountains? One was good and one was good. Mount Moriah and Mount Eval or something.
Oh, you had Har Gerizim and Har Eval.
Oh, okay. Wrong mountain. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. To Har Moriah Shinachloso.
Mm-hmm. Was his inheritance. Okay, very good.
Yeah. Okay, so that was Har Moriah, was where the Beis Hamikdash was going to be built. It's interesting.
Oh.
Geographically, Yerushalayim is pretty much. I'm talking about the ancient Eretz Yisrael. Yerushalayim was pretty south. In fact, it comes out that Shechem, right, the city of Shechem was the middle of Eretz Yisrael. It was one of the refuge cities, and it was the middle one. It was equidistant on both sides from the other ones, and it was basically Shechem was the middle of Eretz Yisrael geographically. Means running from north to south. I'm talking about. Could also be in Shechem, could also be in the middle, running from east to west as well, but that's a separate issue. Not necessarily, but the Maisa, it is pretty much in the middle of Eretz Yisrael, also running from east to west. But north to south, and if you look at Shechem today, I mean, it's further, quite nearer the northern part of Eretz Yisrael than the southern. Anyway, the time, biblical times, the whole of Eretz Yisrael was further north. Okay, probably most of the present-day Lebanon was part of Eretz Yisrael. Okay, fine. Let's continue. Pasuk Yud.
Let's see. Vayehi Ra'av Ba'aretz Vayered Avram Mitzrayma Vagur Sham Pi Kaved HaRa'av Ba'aretz. There was a famine in the land, and Abraham descended to Egypt. Actually, Mitzrayma, to Egypt, to sojourn there, because the famine was severe in the land. So
in Eretz Yisrael, that is.
Right. Rav Ba'aretz, famine in the land. Ba'osa Haaretz Levada. In that land alone. Linat so to test. Im Yehar Her Achar Divarav Shel Hakadosh Baruch Hu. If he would question the words of Hashem, She'amar lo, who said to him, Leches el Eretz Canaan, to go to the land of Canaan. Va'achshav ma'sio. And now he advises him, latzeis mimena, to go out from it.
Right.
Hashem, make up your mind. You want me Eretz Canaan or not?
Exactly. By the way, it's interesting. Rashi seems to learn this was one of the tests, the 10 tests which Avram Avinu went through, and Rashi seems to understand that he was correct in going and leaving Eretz Yisrael. The Ramban, I believe,
in leaving.
In leaving, yes. Because Rashi just says it was to test him. He didn't do wrong by leaving Eretz Yisrael, by going to Egypt. However, the Ramban, I believe, I'm not to look it up again, but the Ramban says that Avram Avinu was incorrect for leaving Eretz Yisrael. He should have stuck it out. Okay? But either way, Lamaisa, it's the Pirkei Rebbe Lezer, which is a midrash, says this was the first ever famine that had ever happened. So just imagine here, Kosh Baruch tells Avram Avinu, come to this land, it's a gewaldige land, okay? And he comes there, and not long after he's there, there's a famine. And this famine's never happened anywhere else. And this is the promised land, right? This is the land, the beautiful land. My Kosh Baruch says to me, all the gewaldige things are going to happen. And what happens when I get there? There's no food to eat. It's a famine which has never happened anywhere else in the world, Never happened before. All of a sudden, there's a famine. This is not exactly the best kind of land we're talking about. So there was a major test. I'm just emphasizing it was a major test for Avraham Avinu. Okay, let's see Parsha Yud Aleph.
Okay. It says, let's see, Vayhi kasher hikriv lavo mitzrayma, vayomer el sarai ishto, hinena yadati ki isha yifat moreh at. Let's see, and he said to Sarai.
It was. One second. It was Vayhi.
Oh, Vayhi, I'm sorry, I'm looking at, I skipped a line.
Yeah.
Vayhi, and it was, okay, when he came, or I guess approaching maybe, he
approached to enter
come to
Egypt.
Egypt, and he said to Sarai, his wife, no, here, please. Yadati,
No.
I
Yadati.
knew.
Behold, I now know. That's what
I now know you are beautiful in appearance.
You are a woman of beautiful appearance.
Okay. So Rashi says,
Rashi's bothered by this. First of all, there's like a contradiction in terms over here. Hine no means right now. Hine no means behold now. Yodati, I have known. Have known means in the past. So it's like grammatically, it's not a correct form of expression. Or he should have said, "Hine no yodeani." Right? Behold, now I know.
Now I know.
Now I know. Now but yodati implies I have already known.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So in Vehinena Yadati, Midrash Agada, this is Agada, Ad Akshav Lo Hikiba Ba. Until now, he didn't recognize her, I guess. No, well, not recognize. He didn't know her. Know this, I guess.
Right. Well, it means he didn't recognize. He wasn't aware of her beauty.
Of her beauty.
So tznius shebishnei.
Oh, mitokzius shebeneim, because of the modesty between them. The akshav hikir ba, and now he noticed it. Ayidei maaseh, through a occurrence happening, I guess. Maaseh. Okay. And then davar acher, another interpretation, another thing.
Right. So the Medrash actually says that they had to cross a river, and when we're crossing the river, Sarah's dress or whatever was swept up, and that's only the thing.
Oh.
So Avram was the first time he'd ever actually seen her body in, shall we say, in light. Okay.
Okay. Davar here, another interpretation. Minhag ha'olam. It's the way of the world. She'ayidei torach haderech. Through the the burden of the traveling of the road.
Right.
Okay.
Torah means not of the burden. It means through the tribulations, or maybe it's not the right word. So I translated it.
Oh, I thought Torah was a burden. Oh, okay, maybe
Strain.
not.
To the strain of traveling.
Oh, the strain. Oh. Okay, Adam mitbazeh. The man, let's see, mitbazeh becomes confused. No.
Becomes, how do you say? Unattractive.
Oh,
Disheveled.
unattractive. Oh, okay, because of the travel. Vizot. But this, I guess, meaning
Sarah,
feminine.
she remained
Okay, she remained beautiful, or literally in her beauty. Okay, upashuto shel mikra. So the simple meaning of this pasuk, hinena higia hasha'a. So behold now,
Time
higia,
has
the
come.
hour arrived, sheyesh lidog, to worry, yaf yech, about her beauty, about
About
your
your
beauty.
beauty.
Okay, yadati ze yamim rabim. I knew
I have
this
long known.
for many days.
So this means I have long known,
Oh,
right?
for many days.
I've known for a long time, ki yifas maria, that you are
Oh,
beautiful appearance.
oh, that
But
you're
now is the
beautiful.
time. But achshav,
Okay, anu ba'im, and now we're coming. Ben anashim shechorim u'michoarim. So what? We're coming to a people shechorim, that
we're
are
coming among black,
black people
pleasant-looking people.
and unpleasant. Oh, okay. Achem
Shel Kushim.
Kushim. Oh, so these are the brothers of the Kushim. The low Horgelu Be'isha Yafa. And they're
Not used to
not,
seeing beautiful women.
okay, beautiful. The Domelo, and similar to it, Hine I have.
Hinei na Adonai. Suno.
Suruna.
Now, so Rashi's being another example where Hinei na and the verb that follows are two separate phrases.
Ah,
That's what Rashi's trying to point out over here.
okay, very.
By the way, I think remember your previous use, you asked me, Lou, why is it that black is not beautiful, right? That we see l'chayra from the fact that part of the Chom, he was cursed because he uncovered his father's nakedness, whether it means euphemistically or written literally. But either way, he did a very unbecoming and despicable act upon his father. And the result of that, he was cursed. And part of the curse was that his skin turned black. This is mentioned in the Medrash. He became black. So obviously, you see that this was not something. Being black was not something natural, and also not say it was given to him, and the fact that his skin turned black was given to him because as a curse, as a punishment for what he had done. So you see B'chlal that the Torah considers black as not something particularly beautiful. Doesn't mean obviously you have got to look down upon Schwarzes. I'm not saying that, but the Maisa, they are descendants of Ham, and Ham was given a curse that he and his descendants were black. Okay.
I have an issue with that. My understanding is that it was Canaan that was cursed, not Ham. And the reason was because Ham was blessed. And you can't curse somebody who's blessed.
And first of all, where do you see that Ham was blessed? And because Hashem, after they came out of the...
And blessed everybody in the ark.
He was blessed. That is true. But his children, I'm not sure his children were, could be Ham himself actually was not black. I don't know. But his children, Canaan was for sure black. And the Maisa, you have all the other children of Ham also black. Cush, Phut, Mitzrayim, Cush and Mitzrayim, Phut, Uknoah. Those are four. Ham had 4 sons, and they were all black. Okay? Yeah. Anyway, now Rashi says, Adonai suruna. Okay, so this was said by Lot to the angels when they came to Sodom. And he said to them, behold now, my masters, turn aside now to your servants. Now, Rashi, you have to really actually fill this in with what Rashi says on that pasuk. Is it? Says, base, I'm saying pasuk base. Adonai suruna. She says there. Yeah, look in the Rashi there in pasuk base. I'll read it out just quickly. Right now, behold now, you've got to be aware to be that these Rishonim shouldn't harm you. This is the right, the following is the right advice. Suruna, turn aside now to my tent, to my house. Okay, so again, there's Rashi thing, another example where hine na and the following verb, i.e. in that case, suruna, are two different phrases. To be understood as two separate phrases. And therefore Rashi says over here, this term, hine na yodati, also hine na is one phrase, and then yodati is a separate phrase. Okay, anyway, we have quite a bit over time. We'll have to stop here. Okay?
Okay.
Have a great day. We'll see you again tomorrow, B'ezrat Hashem. Okay.